7 days of marching, no weapons drawn, no battle strategy, just trumpets and a shout, and the walls of Jericho fell flat. Welcome back for another devotional reading. The topic for today is Victories are won by God's power, not ours. And our scripture comes from Joshua chapter 6, and we will read verse 20. And it reads, "So the people shouted when the priest blew with the trumpets. And it came to pass, when the people heard the sound of the trumpet, and the people shouted with a great shout, that the wall fell down flat, so that the people went up into the city, every man straight before him, and they took the city." Let's begin the reading. In obedience to the divine command, Joshua marshaled the armies of Israel. No assault was to be made. They were simply to make the circuit of the city, bearing the ark of God and blowing upon trumpets. First came the warriors, a body of chosen men, not now to conquer by their own skill and prowess, but by obedience to the directions given them from God. 7 priests with trumpets followed. Then the ark of God, sounded by a hollow of divine glory, was borne by priests clad in the dress denoting their sacred office. The army of Israel followed, each tribe under its standard. No sound was heard but the tread of that mighty host and the solemn peal of the trumpets, echoing among the hills and resounding through the streets of Jericho. For 6 days the host of Israel made the circuit of the city. The 7th day came, and with the first dawn of light, Joshua marshaled the armies of the Lord. Now they were directed to march 7 times around Jericho, and at a mighty peal from the trumpets to shout with a loud voice, for God had given them the city. And then, as the 7th circuit was completed, the long procession paused. The trumpets, which for an interval had been silent, now broke forth in a blast that shook the very earth. The walls of solid stone, with their massive towers and battlements, tottered and heaved from their foundations, and with a crash fell in ruin to the earth. The inhabitants of Jericho were paralyzed with terror, and the host of Israel marched in and took possession of the city. You see, the Israelites had not gained the victory by their own power. The conquest had been wholly the Lord's, and as the first fruit of the land, the city, with all that it contained, was to be devoted as a sacrifice to God. Only faithful Rahab with her household was spared in fulfillment of the promise of the spies. The utter destruction of the people of Jericho was but a fulfillment of the commands previously given through Moses concerning the inhabitants of Canaan. "Thou shalt smite them and utterly destroy them." To many, these commands seem to be contrary to the spirit of love and mercy enjoined in other portions of the Bible. They were in truth the dictates of infinite wisdom and goodness. The Canaanites had abandoned themselves to the foulest and most debasing heathenism, and it was necessary that the land should be cleared of what would so surely prevent the fulfillment of God's gracious purposes. Here ending today's reading. And as we see, the conquest had been wholly the Lord's, not partly, not mostly, but wholly. Let that settle for a moment. You see, Israel did not bring down Those walls, they marched. Yes, they were silent. They obeyed. And God did what no army could have done with swords and strategy. That is the lesson that is hardest to learn, especially when something in your life is not moving. Our instinct is to push harder, plan more, apply more pressure. But some walls are not going to come down by human effort. They are going to come down by obedience and trust. Notice that Israel had to keep marching for 6 days before anything happens. 6 days of looking like they were doing nothing. 6 days of their enemies watching from the top of those walls, wondering what on earth was going on. And on the seventh day, God moved. So today, the question is not, are you working hard enough? The question is, are you still marching? Are you still obeying even when nothing seems to be happening? Because the wall is coming down, not just on your timeline. If this devotional spoke to you today, then go ahead and share it with someone else who is still marching and needs to know that the wall is coming down. And remember to subscribe so that we can see God together every morning. As you listen to the hymn of meditation, let it carry you through whatever day 6 feels like right now, because day 7 is coming.
Sound the battle cry, see the foe is nigh. Raise the standard high for the Lord. Guard your armor on, stand firm everyone. Rest your cause upon his holy word. Rose and soldiers rally round the banner. Ready, steady, pass the word along. Onward, forward, shout aloud hosannas. Christ is captain of the mighty throng. Strong to meet the foe, marching on we go, while our cause we know must prevail. Shield and banner bright, gleaming in the light, battling for the right we ne'er can fail. Rose and soldiers rally round the banner, ready, steady, pass the word along. Onward, forward, shout aloud hosannas. Christ is captain of the mighty throne. O thou God of all, hear us when we call. Help us one and all by thy grace. When the battle's done and the victory's won, may we wear a crown before thy face. Rose and soldiers rally round the banner. Ready, steady, pass the word along. Onward, forward, shout aloud hosanna. Christ is captain of the mighty throne.